Reform the planet into the High Vault. That's pretty much what mine was working on, yeah. Leafin was secretly helping him. He was pretending he wasn't, but yeah, we all know how much, where all the pollution was coming from, and it was from Leafin. Okay, that's the way we need to go. On our way to visit Leafin. Did I see the dance remix Diggy Diggy Hole? No, I have not. And I wonder if that might not be a good thing. I need a super bill and secret. Sadly, I'm fairly certain the bedrock is significantly higher than the mantle, so there will not be any burrowing to the center of the earth for us. Sad times. It would be grand, but no. Hello, Bison. Don't mind me. No, okay, then you're gonna mind me. That's fine. Blaine Allen, thank you very much for the subscription there, mate. 15 months. Yeah, we're going to have to swim across the ocean, but I want to find a nice, easy bit for me to cross. Let's zoom that around. Well, actually, I could make the camera follow me. Probably wise while I'm navigating. Hello, wolf. Oh, the wolf is trying to eat the bison. You know what? Good. Thank you very much, bison. Sacrificing yourself so I don't get anything. I approve. Oh, that wolf is loud. That wolf is an angry boyo. Very hungry. Aavak, any chance of us seeing an undead empire in Stellaris? Oh, I almost certainly. Yes. Almost certainly. So on that note, I probably do need to drop the audio a little bit. That was very loud. Pull that down to 60, down to 45, down to maybe... Well, actually, the music should be super loud. Well, no. Probably my ears. But something like that. We'll see how that goes. Ah. Numb Thunder, thank you very much for the 14 months, mate. I'm following the coast a little bit too closely. No. I do not want to lose any calories before I've even placed a base camp. That would be rather shockingly bad. It'll be easier for me to cross the water this way. Again, though, you can't die. And I suspect, since you can't die even if you throw yourself off something ridiculously tall, you probably can't die from drowning either. So, has anyone founded countries or researched war yet? No, not yet. I think it's a little bit early for the capitalists on the server to have decided whose currency is better than whose and then started warring over it. But it'll happen, probably. There can only be one currency, which means there's going to be lots of currencies and then lots of fighting over which one is going to be the one. Coconuts. Oh, no, papayas. Oh. I mean, okay, you know, I come from Britain, all right? Me not knowing the difference between a coconut tree and a papaya tree, I think you can give me a buy on that one, or at least I certainly hope you can. I know how to tell, or at a glance, what mushrooms are probably not poisonous. I also know not to eat a mushroom that you only think is probably not poisonous. Pineapple. Marvelous. I approve. Remember, don't plant a flag. It's not yours. That is true. Thankfully, we have flags in this game. Lots of them, as it happens. They are called claims. You plant them down with a stake. Ooh. I don't know. This jungle is starting to grow on me. I could live in the jungle. I could have a sweltering evil genius lair. Are there any volcanoes? No volcanoes, no lair. That's pretty much the rules. Maybe this is a secret volcano, and but the what's the word? Caldera? Is there a caldera? I think that's the word. Has filled with rain. It's an inactive volcano, but perhaps I can wake it up. Sounds elvish. How dare? Even if you are living above ground by trees, if you're mining a volcano, you're definitely a dwarf. You are alone. Claim the entire jungle. This is now my jungle, and everything here is also mine. That sounds like a plan. But, are those capybaras? Are they actually capybaras? Wasn't even sure that they were in the game. It's tempting, but the mountain though. Stealth volcano. Yeah, exactly. And there's nothing more dwarvish than a volcano that's pretending not to be a volcano. Maybe tempted. I mean, this could be a good place. But look at the height of this mountain, though. Just imagine. Imagine what we could do in this snow. I'd be able to wake up every morning, go outside, and just walk around in the snow. Let the snow work its way between my toeses. No, I'm sorry. It's far too important. Also, hello, turtle. We found one. Very quickly, actually. Glug, 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 glug. Also jellyfish. Also, clams. Don't worry, clams. I'm not going to take you unless I intend to eat you. I don't intend to eat you yet. We're close enough to the jungle, I think. We will have to go on regular excursions into the jungle. Which means I need a tent. I need leafing to carry my stuff. Because I'm British. I mean, come on. I'm not going to carry my own things to the jungle. My lord. Actually, that was far too on the nose, even for my dark sense of humor. Ugh. My goodness. That moment when your own joke makes your insides a little bit. I still actually will make leafing carry my stuff, though. But not because I'm British. Because he's leafing. Here we go. The mountain homes. Or what will eventually become the mountain homes. No, I can't get up there. Also, look at these trees. We're going to need to go up this way. I intend to plant my claim right at the top of this mountain, if I can. As high up as I can get there. Oop, come on. My parkour skills are leaving something to be desired. Look, I'm a dwarf. All right, short, stubby legs. Climbing mountains was never really meant for something that we could do. We do it anyway. Because we want to. Oh my lord, look at that tree. I'd annoy all of the elven civilizations just by cutting down one of those. Can anyone in chat tell that I'm really excited for the Steam release of Dwarf Fortress? Oh my god. I think you need to make peace with the fact that I'm probably not going to be streaming anything else for several days once that comes out. I think this is about it. This is about as high as we're going to go. And this looks like an imposing potential entrance to the mountain homes. Yes, get some lava falling down. I don't actually think you can pump lava. Maybe we can pump something, though. Get some something flowing down. Carve some ornaments. Yes, I think this is going to be wonderful. We shall make a trade stop where foreign dignitaries can come along and lead their wagons and their trader kin, who will then trade away all of their wealth for our earthen wares. It's going to be grand. I'm almost tempted to keep these two trees as well, as kind of a marker for where the mountain homes begin. Yes, I like this quite a lot. These trees must be protected. I know, it doesn't sound very dwarfish, but, you know, come on. Now, trying to find a spot where I can put this down up here is going to be a saga in and of itself. Herein is the problem in trying to preserve your trees. Come on. I need let me put it down. No, I don't want it down there. Rotate it around. Clunk. No, clunk. Yeah, that is vexing. Not sure there's going to be any ground up here sufficiently wide for me to do that. And until I build it, I can't make tools. All right, so we now know where the mountain homes are going to be, but we need to set up a temporary camp outside of the mountain homes from whence we can strike the earth properly. And then we will eventually migrate into the mountain homes once we've built the proper areas that we need. We can place it down here for now. There we go. Tonk. Camp is made. Ah, my lord. It's been a day already. That is definitely going to be the entrance to our base. Right, okay, I would like some huckleberries, please. Some food. Now, I'm not gaining any gathering skill because I haven't taken the gathering specialization yet. Okay, what's next? It's taken me this long to just plant my camp. But it's in a good place, okay? I've spent time to find the perfect place for me to start. Normally, when you place objects, they will be public unless they are placed on land you own. Fortunately, you already own the land around your camp. Building houses and objects outside of your owned land will allow anyone to interact with them. Open your tent by looking at it and pressing E. Navigate to the Authorization tab. Open the Authorization UI by clicking the property name. Aavak berry. I mean, it's not necessarily bad, but it isn't really good. This is where we've started. Where we want to be, though, is there, leading in. And we'll have a tunnel going down, and then coming up to the much higher mountains over here. And from there, we will build a tower around here. From there, we will eventually smack the meteor out of the sky with good old dwarven engineering. None of this laser shenanigans. Aavak, don't dig too deep or too greedily. Learn from Moria. I mean, is it possible to make elevators in this game? Yes, it is. That requires getting through the tech tree a fair bit to kind of like a bit more modern technology, though. I must thank you for your patience with me, given that I can't remember. Khazad-dûm? Oh, I feel bad for not remembering whether it's Khazad-dûm. Yeah, I'm fairly certain Khazad-dûm is a city in Moria, yeah. Right, well, we are going to need to claim this area for the entrance to the mountain homes. But for now, we can just call this because that's basically what this is for now. There we go. Strike the earth. Okay. Now, as much as I'm hamming up the whole thing, I'm going to rule the world, we're going to be playing this very cooperatively because the whole point is to try not everyone die when the meteor hits. That requires a certain level of not being selfish, as it happens. Who knew? Play nice, you all get to live. Play poorly, and you all die. Maybe some of you will die less. Maybe some of you will have built a vault and squirreled away all of the seeds, and everyone else will die. But then you're on your own. Unless you make clones of yourself. But we've all seen what happens when that happens. Arnold Rimmer learned that lesson. In order to harvest resources and construct buildings, you'll need some tools. Fortunately, you've got a basic set all ready for you inside your new tent inventory. Open your tent by looking at it and then pressing E. Navigate to the storage tab, drag the stone axe to your toolbar, and select it very well. We will be doing all of the tutorials, more or less, as they hand them to us. There we go. Thunk. because otherwise it kind of breaks. Task complete. What's the next task? Materials such as logs and stone are best placed into stockpiles so that crafting tables can use the resources directly. Next to your tent, there is a tiny stockpile suitable for a tiny amount of resources. Logs have a myriad of uses, acquiring some early is a good first goal. Using the axe from the tent, cut down a tree, chop a tree until it falls over, chop the felled log into pieces, and pick up the pieces with E. Place 10 logs in the stockpile. Okay. Yep. I'm not getting any experience because I am not experienced in this particular trade. And I can't do any more work. You've completely run out of calories, which is going to make it hard to keep working. Fortunately, you always have enough energy to find food in the forest. Collect the plants highlighted with the markers on your screen. Collect huckleberries, collect wild beans, collect fiddleheads, and collect beet. Fiddleheads, well, I'll grab some more huckleberries. I will accept the fiddlehead ferns. Thank you. Some wild beans as well. Donk. More ferns. Donk. I need a beet. Are there any beets down there? No. Ugh. 13 meters away. Man. Now. Nope. 7 meters away. Whoop. Dunk. Now I've got to climb back up there, which is annoying. No, those ones can't be harvested. Those ones can. Right, okay. Back up we go. Grab some more while we're here. There we are. Now, nutrition meter unlocked. Track your calories and nutrients here. The better quality and more balanced your diet, the faster you gain experience. Now, this is the part that I really like about this game. The way that it gives you a reason to do things like eat a balanced diet and build a nice house. Similar to how I liked Dragon Quest Builders 2 for giving you a reason to build a shower room, to build a lavatory, to build a kitchen. People used it. It generated a resource that you needed. So, this is your experience multiplier. Every day, we will earn a certain amount of experience for 24 hours of the server being live. The better meals we eat, the better homes we make for ourselves, the larger the experience multiplier that is added to that. So instead of earning 1 point a day, I'm not sure if on medium it's 1 point, I think it might be actually. 1 skill point a day, we'll earn 120 skill points a day. Big difference. Each slice represents a different nutrient. Carbohydrates, vitamins, fat, and protein. Optimal balance is 25% of each nutrient. The pie shrinks as your calories go down. If you run out of calories, you can't work until you eat. Okay, get started by eating a balanced diet. Mouse over the food in your hotbar to examine the nutrients. So fiddlehead ferns, mostly vitamins, it's 150 calories. Beans, like what, are they all 150? No, the beets are more. But the beans are mostly protein and fat. The beets are mostly vitamins, but a bit more protein and less carbs. And equal carbs to the fiddleheads. Also, we've got the huckleberries as well. And the huckleberries are just vitamins and carbs. So you can use this to try and balance it. Eat a food containing carbohydrate. Well, I want a nice big wallop of carbs if I can, without getting too much of everything else. So I'm going to eat a beet. Chunk. Now I've eaten something containing fat and vitamins. Now I need to eat something that contains protein, and the only one that really does that are the beans. Chunk. There we go. So now I've got an AXP multiplier of 25.2. So every time I gain XP, I'll get 25.2 times as much. A resource. That's one thing to call what you got from those loose Aavak. I meant the happiness of my city. I didn't mean the night soil. I still can't believe I didn't get that it was called night soil for so long. Right, okay, let's try and balance my diet a little bit. So protein and fat are going up way too fast. Now I need to bring up vitamin. See, this is going to be a lot of vitamins there. Let's go for more Carbs, protein, and fat. Let's get a little bit more. And a little bit more. There we go. Now let's try and build that out. You notice that it went up and then went down because I lost the balance there. Getting the carbs that I need is going to be hard. But that's actually going in the right direction. It was going in the right direction. There we are, 26.5. We're getting a little bit closer, but it's really the vitamins. I've got too much of that and not enough carbs. And not enough things that give me carbs without giving me stupid amounts of vitamins. Still, I think this is about as good as we're going to get it, I'm going to say. For now. There we go. So back to the tutorial. I need to chop down a tree. You are the tree that's going to be chopped. Don't chop it onto your garden because it will damage it. We don't have one right now, but it's still good practice to not chop it down towards things that you want. Well, I mean, it kind of worked. Now, all of this here is valuable stuff. The acorns, the wood pulp. But right now, the tutorial specifically wants me to chop a felled log into pieces. Now, you notice it's still yellow. When it's yellow, I can't pick it up. When it's green, it's in a small enough amount that I can carry it. There we are. Pick up the pieces, can't do that. Chunk, now I can. Currently carrying 8 logs. Effectively, if you cut it as close to the edge as you can, it should shave off 5 logs worth of material. There we go. Let's go and clean that up as well. And down here, punk. It's 20. Right now, that is as much as I can carry. Later on, we will get vehicles that will enable us to carry things better. But for the time being, this is about all we can manage. Right, that's it. Our stockpile is now full. Don't worry if that happens, though, because you can just pop these things down. There we are. And we can pick them up later. They're not built in any real capacity. Why did that sound like a cow getting slaughtered? What? Me chopping down the tree? What cows have you been listening to getting slaughtered below? You can hear turkeys, yes. There are definitely turkeys. Is this game any good? I find it very fun. I find it fun both in a kind of an abstract sense. I like what this game is trying to do and how it does it. I love the level of simulation this game does from like a programmatic angle, and I find it very cathartic. It scratches that kind of crafting itch really, really well. The timber shout was a little cowish. Okay, I will take your word for it. As someone who spent a lot of his childhood right next to a dairy farm, I can't say that I've ever heard cows sound like that, but that isn't to say that they don't on occasion. Right. Crafting is done through a system called work orders. Work orders can be queued up and rearranged as they progress. Some recipes use targeted ingredients. It means that the order will accept any of the listed items. For example, wood can be satisfied by anything that's made of wood. Or rather, anything that is just like, well, it wouldn't be wood, it would be like log. So anything that is a log, which would be a redwood or an oak, so on and so forth. Some things will say hardwood, so any species that produces hardwood. Softwood, any species that produces softwood, so on and so forth. Or you could be very, very specific and be like, I want to make a limestone block. Well, then you have to use limestone. If you just say, I want to make a stone block, you only need something that is stone, which I quite like. I like it when games have that level of option for it. Work orders also need labor to complete. Labor costs calories and may require certain specialities. Work orders will use nearby tables and storage to fulfill work orders. Storage links can be managed by interacting with the table. So the workshop can draw directly from the storage. You can order more products than you have ingredients. Work orders will pause and resume depending on available resources. There you go. Also, I'm fairly certain the graphic fidelity is a bit low right now, so let me just try and fix that. What do we got it on? Map detail, interface scale, level of detail. Oh, well, actually, 100% I guess is fair enough. I suppose it looks a little bit. Maybe this is just a low detail item. But it looks like the texture is not being loaded properly. Just on the axe, though. Everything else seems to be okay. Curious. Either way, now that you have some materials, you can create your first work order. The tent has a very limited recipe list, and crafting the workbench is the first step to creating your first real house. That stag over there. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I would like to make a workbench. It requires something with the wood tag. Items in this tag, and it shows you everything that will satisfy this. I need 10 wood. Let's pop that in. Add labor. So the resources are already here. Now I just add labor. It needs 50 labor. It's this recipe requires 50 labor or 50 calories. So donk. There we go. Now as your skills improve and you specialize in certain things, certain types of labor will be more calorie efficient for you. A skilled carpenter can do the same amount of work as an unskilled carpenter for less calories because they know how to apply their labor more efficiently. Sleep well, Sumi. Thank you very much for dropping by, mate. There we go. Now, we've got a couple of options. Claiming land and material processing. Let's go for claiming land first. It might be a good idea to claim some extra land so you can have more room to build your house. To claim land, you need to use the land claim stake with the consumable land claim papers. You get land claim papers from your tent and put them in your backpack. Get the land claim stake from your tent and then claim some land. Let's go ahead and do that then. Whomp and whomp. We've got 6 of these papers. We will... Everyone remain calm. I'm okay, but a jaguar just attacked you. Did it really, though? Or did you attack the jaguar? Inquiring minds must know. You know what? I need to make an easier way up to the entrance to the mountain homes. Do I have a shovel? I do. Fantastic. Let's not put my food in there. I've actually got some other food as well, but let's grab this for now. Also, the pickaxe. Also, the hammer. That is enough. Right. Now, I really like the way the tools work in this game. Let's look at shoveling first. As you lay out your settlement, you'll want to begin transforming the land. Using a shovel to move dirt, target the ground and hold left mouse button to get a shovel full of dirt, sand or clay. Carrying capacity is limited, and you can only carry 1 load of dirt at a time. Later, you can use vehicles and carry more. Place the dirt by right-clicking a location. So you can't just go around willy-nilly just like diggy holing, because now my shovel is covered in dirt. I've got to put it somewhere. Tonk. There we go. And it's the same for mining, since I've got the... and there is gravity and structural integrity involved, so if I place it there, it falls all the way down. Now, diggy holing with a pick, that's a bit of a different story. So, let's go ahead and... There we are. It does say granite, so whomp, whomp. Now, that is 1 big slab of stone and 3 smaller ones. Effectively, every block of stone is 4 pieces of rock that you can actually carry around. Sometimes they'll split up into larger chunks, and you need to further break that down. That isn't actually a good thing. It's a bad thing because you can't do anything with it until you further break it. So it means you need to use an extra bit of durability of your tool. The tools do have durability. And this is an important thing to remember. Right. Okay. Time for me to stake our claim. We're going to claim this land. Tonk. There we go. We are claiming new land. I can unclaim it if I want to. I do not. Perfect. There we go. We've protected our tree. Well, we've almost protected our trees. Someone might be able to try and get rid of the trees guarding the entrance to the mountain home. So let's go ahead and plot these on as well. There we are. Our trees are now fully within our claim. They are now our trees. Tunk tunk. And then we'll claim this part as well. Perfect. You've made a start, everyone. I have got one more claim paper, I guess. I'll take us all the way up to the stony mouth, or future mouth, of our land. Now, I'm not going to get another claim, stack of claim papers for quite some time. Bear that in mind. These are a limited resource. You can get more of them, but it takes effort. You've got to learn stuff. You've got to get a qualification, and with a qualification comes the deed to more land. Have I looked at grounded any? No, I haven't looked at it yet. So now that we've done that, let's have a look at the next item. In order to construct a building, raw materials must be processed into more usable form. For logs, this means hewing them at a workbench or carpenter's table. Remember, check the storage tab if you can't find your finished items. Place down a workbench. Very well, I shall. We're not going to need this for a little while. I can go back in there. Actually, what did I put in my backpack? You know what? That can go into my tent as well. There we go. So, we're going to need a workbench. And the workbench can live right next to the tiny little storage place. I think that's fine. I would like this to not be there, though. Sorry, Huckleberry, but you need to be gone. Can I just move you with an axe? No. Can I dig you? No. Well, I know I can get rid of you, so can I hammer you into submission? No. Okay, we're going to have to go about this a little bit more in a roundabout way. Yonk. There we go. Room has been made. There we go. Right, we need hewn logs. We've got quite a few things that we can make in a basic workbench. And all of these down there require skills that we are very, very, very far away from. But softwood, hewn logs, or just hewn logs, hardwood hewn logs. I only want hewn logs. Select the number to craft and click order. Okay, well, let's go ahead and make a couple. Let's get 10 hewn logs. There we go. That's going to use up 20 of our 38 wood. And with that in there now, I just need to go ahead and add in all the labor. Now it's starting to tick through. I can go to the storages and I can tell it what storages is allowed to pull from. I don't want to pull in from the actual campsite storage. I only want to take in from the stockpile there. Credits. My bank account. Aavak's personal bank accounts. Currently, I am using the Aavak credit. And I have an infinite amount. Because I decide how much I have. But I can give other people a certain amount of Aavak credit. And initially, that's how trade will work. You can barter for items. Effectively, everyone can trade in a certain type of currency. And later on, you can actually start minting your own coins. And then an economy really kickstarts. Because then everyone has a single currency that they've all agreed on the value of. But up until then, it doesn't matter. For example, if Leafin had Leafin dollars and Aavak had Aavak doubloons, or dapper ducats, as the case may be, I might say, okay, I can make hewn logs. And to purchase one, you need 13 dapper ducats. And if you give me a tree, I will give you 1 dapper ducat. Well, Leafin over there could say, okay, well, if you give me a hewn log, I will give you 64 leafing dollars. Now there's an exchange rate between dapper duckers and leafing dollars. And, you know, if you widen out a large enough overlap of resources that each one will buy and sell, you can actually set a proper like exchange rate, and you can quantify the value of one currency over another. But later on, when you've got a working currency and a fully fleshed out economy, it gets a little bit different. Right, so with that, pick up the completed hewn logs from the stockpile. Very well, thank you. Well, I'm going to let it finish, actually. And also, while it's doing that, I'm going to grab these. And I'm going to move them over. There you go. It takes more hewn logs to... more logs to make the hewn logs than I'm getting back. So I am effectively creating more room in my storage. Drop off the stones as well. There we go. Everything gets sorted so that it's all represented in the stockpile. Everything is done. Good. I would like those in my hands. I'm carrying all 9 of them.